Brandon Webb to work here in the top half of our third inning with the world champion manager of these Arizona Diamondbacks back in 2001, Bob Brenly, and the Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Chip Caray with you. Game 1, National League Championship Series, and a very special night for all of us here at TBS, but even more so for the colleague of ours in the middle, Grandpa Tony Gwynn. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. My son and his wife had a baby girl on Tuesday afternoon. Was able to get home in time, 6 pounds, 15 ounces. So, yeah, Grandpa's very proud today. Been a great couple of days.
Has the grandpa part sunk in yet?
Oh, yeah.
Francis rolls it down.
No question. Looking forward to that. And, it's just something surreal about seeing your son hold his child. It's just unbelievable. But both mom and baby are doing fine there at home tonight. So, hello to everybody. And congratulations.
Amen. Congratulations. What a wonderful way to start this series for all of us and for you, Tony. Ground ball is short. Who takes care of Jeff Francis.
Sometimes you just got to go down and dig him out.
Yeah.
That pitch was down and in. Drop the bat head on it just like Daddy used to.
Pretty good pitch. And the Rockies guys, they were aware. There's no question. A couple of them came up to me and said, hey, we appreciate the fact that he got that hit in that situation because, we'd have been eliminated.
Taveras with a looper into left center field for a hit. He's going to take a big turnaround first and put on the brakes. Look at Burns hustle over and make a perfect throw as we check it again with Craig.
Talk about Matsui playing in that instructional league. Micah Owings, the Game 4 starter for the Diamondbacks, was pitching against Taveras in that game and hit him with a pitch twice, trying to single-handedly keep him off the postseason roster.
But Owings, in fact, saw Taveras and said, hey, I apologize. Nothing personal. Just a couple of pitches got out of the way. And now Matsui with a runner aboard and 1 out. He took a called third strike his first time up. This game's settling in as we thought it would. Francis and Webb, the staff aces, pitching in game 1. And it's 1-1 the score.
I think it's interesting, Chip. I asked Bob Melvin before the ball game about obviously a strong offensive ball club for the Rockies. Is there one player or two players you worry about beating you? You always do that in the advance meeting. Don't let this guy beat you. He pointed out Taveras and Matsui as the key to keep those two guys off base. Most of the stolen bases that the Rockies have this year come from those two guys. They know the guys in the middle of the lineup can swing the bat, but Bob Melvin felt it was important to try to keep the two guys at the top off base.
Yeah, they had 65 of the Colorado team's 100 total steals this year combined. As Matsui looks at a strike, is it safe to say, guys, maybe they're a poor man's version of what the New York Mets have at the top of their order in Reyes and Castillo?
Poor man's version, I guess you could say that. I think we saw on the ball Taveras hit. He came out of the box as if he was going to go for 2 to put pressure on Arizona's defense. That's what they want these two guys to do, put pressure on the Diamondbacks.
And we'll see what effect, if any, it has on Webb now as he falls behind Matsui. 2 balls and a strike.
I think pressure is a word we're going to use a lot in this series. The Diamondbacks rely on using that speed to put pressure on the defense when they're swinging the bats. And the Rockies follow the lead of Todd Helton and Troy Tulowitzki. They run everything out hard.
Taveras 33 of 42 in stolen bases, out with a quadriceps problem. September 8th was the last time he played. Clint Hurdle said no limitations, and there he goes. The pitch low, ball dropped, and Taveras in at second with a stolen base and only 1 out.
That's what speed will do. It'll force defenders to rush. Chris Snyder, a strong catch and throw guy behind the plate, tries to get that ball up on his right ear and unload it quickly and just never really had a good handle on it. You can see it pop out right there, and it's especially tough catching a sinker baller like Brandon Webb that has all that late movement. You find yourself catching the ball all over the catcher's mitt instead of in the pocket.
Little flare. That's going to drop for a hit. Taveras around third. Burns will not have a play. It's 2-1 Colorado.
He's been unbelievable with runners in scoring position here in the postseason.
Ground ball by Holiday, slowly hit down the third base line. That ball hugging the line, hits the bag. It's a fair ball, and that's an infield hit. A man known for hitting them a mile, hit it 90 feet.
Really, he didn't even hit it 90 feet. He probably hit it about 20. And it looks like that ball went foul, and watch it come back fair. That ball bounced in foul territory and kicked back to the fair side.
Ball is well foul right there. Comes right back down the stripe. At that point, Reynolds has no play at first base anymore. The only choice you have is to let it roll and hope it hits a footprint and goes foul. Odd looking play that was.
So again, Colorado a chance for a big inning. They had the bases loaded in the second, scored but once. They have 1 in, 2 on, 1 out here. And Helton already with a hit. Ready to rip.
Boy, and these are the situations that Todd Helton lives for throughout his career. Among active players with runners in scoring position, only Ichiro has a higher batting average. Ichiro at 351, Todd Helton at 347.
Pitch number 51 fouled away by Helton. Bobby, as a manager managing against this Colorado club, is there any one place you can go to get Todd Helton?
Well, I think you can set Todd Helton up. He wants to pull early in the sequence. He looked for pitches middle in that he can pull to right field, and then later on, as we saw in his first at bat, he's willing to go to the opposite field. So I think if you pitch him backwards, pitch him away early, come in hard late, but very little margin for error.
Line drive left center field. Young on the run. Good running catch. Boy, he covers a lot of ground out there. Elton's retired, 2 down. Here's Garrett Atkins. He singled his first time up. Rockies have the lead, 2-1. And a pitch a little low. Has Atkins in front. Don't be surprised if you see 2-1, 3-2 a lot early in this series. Arizona's game plan has been very simple all year. Get 6 or 7 and then go to the bullpen. They've got a dominant pen. They're not afraid to play one-run games. Swing and a miss, evens it up. The ball and a strike. And that's usually not a characteristic that a young team enjoys, but they certainly have broken the mold with regards to that this year.
Look at this breaking ball here by Brandon Webb, and see Atkins way out in front of that.
Ball too low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, the Diamondbacks played 52 one-run games this year, won 32 of them. When you do it all season long, you become accustomed to it. You may not like it. It may not be a comfortable way to go about winning ball games, but you've been there, done that, and you feel like you can always find a way to score another run.
That one gets away from Snyder. He might have been crossed up. Runners move up 90 feet. They're at second and third now with 2 outs.
That's something you rarely see. I've been talking about Snyder. That pitch is jerked over there into the left-handed batter's box by Brandon Webb. May not have been a cross-up as far as what pitch was coming, but terrible location.
So a hit scores 2 perhaps here for Atkins as the pitch count for Webb continues to climb. He's at 55 and he's not out of the third. Bases are loaded. Second walk in as many innings.
Well, a lot of good hitters in this Rockies lineup, but if Clint Hurdle had to send somebody up there with the bases loaded, it would be the guy at the plate right now.
Ripped foul for a strike.
9 for 20 on the season with the bases loaded. In his 20 at-bats, he's driven in 30 runs. There's the career numbers with the bases loaded.
And if you look at the percentage overall, 54 men in scoring position for Hop were driven in of the 81 men on base. So high percentage, high contact damage. And there it is, base hit right field. That's going to score Matsui. Holiday around third. He's going to try. Throw cut off. And the Rockies have broken out. A 2-run single by Brad Hoff, who comes through with the bases loaded. It's 4-1 Colorado.
A little sinker that I think he got up a little bit. It's a breaking ball. And he actually stayed on it nicely and drove it in right field. Just a little bit out in front of that ball, but it had top spin on it, but it's enough to get it out in the outfield and get 2 runs across. The other thing that's huge right here is these 2-out RBIs. When you can have somebody step up to the plate and get that base hit with 2 outs, take a 2-1 game and kind of break it open a little bit to 4-1, those are huge. And these Colorado Rockies just continue to send guys up to the plate and have the ability to break a game open. And his offensive lineup is as good as anybody in the National League, and you're seeing that already with the contributions from everybody in his lineup thus far.
Game 2 of the series comes your way tomorrow night. We will be on the air at 10 o'clock Eastern time for Game 2. Ubaldo Jimenez pitching for the Rockies. Doug Davis, the left-hander, for the Diamondbacks. It's 4-1 Colorado, looking for more here. 3 in, 2 on, 2 out. Troy Tulowitzki had a big cut. And he's down 2 strikes quickly.
Look at a break on this breaking ball right here. Not only do they have a big break, but Tulowitzki's out in front of it.
Ground ball toward third. Nice play at third. Long toss across in time. Reynolds might have saved a run. Rockies get 3 in the third. It's 4-1.